Hello, let's talk about colour. Today I've got a guest in here, Tacey McLeod. We have been working together for about 10 years and I don't know how many projects, heaps. This has been an absolutely great collaboration. It really helps our clients because picking colours for a family, for your own home, is really tricky. And so Tracey's colour psychology process has saved people so much time and angst. It's been great. Hello, Tracey.
Hello, Jan, and thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. This is how it all starts off.
So this is the colour psychology process, and what I do is I ask people to select 3 colours they like, 3 colours they don't. And I lay out a selection of colours with black, white and grey added to them. And you'll see there's no black, white and grey in that selection. So I want to see what the underlying colours are that people like and they want to, that they're drawn to. This is really about being drawn to colour rather than being overthinking it. So I'm really trying to give them a limited amount of time and get their colour selections quickly. So this is one family that we did about 8 years ago, and as you can see there, one of them likes orange and white, yellow, green, white and blue, grey. And we've got the other partner likes green and white, yellow, green, black and blue, violet. So yellow, green is in the 2 centre ones. Blue is sort of a bit of an outlier, but it's going to be working in the colour scheme. It's going to be working hard. And then we've got green, white, and that actually it partners with the yellow, green, white. So blue, violet's a bit of an outlier, and the orange and white, timbers, wall colours, really it's representative of a lot of parts of the house.
But they both like it. How easy is that? But this is where we started. They had dislikes, and what can I just say here? You'll notice that one of them loves green, white, the other one hates it. And similarly, one likes orange, white, and the other one hates it. So what happens in the past is that one of the people from the house will go and pick the colours that they love. They take it home and the other one goes, I don't know, just don't like it. So you've wasted days of getting selections together and got nowhere. Because unbeknownst to you, one of you hates the colour that the other one loves.
Thank you. And we had to incorporate these colours into the overall scheme as well too, because each partner liked one of these colours or didn't like it, but we were able to bring it in so that it broadened our colour scheme. But really we don't want too many colours happening out there. So that's why we narrow it down.
Sometimes couples agree, sometimes not so much. Now, this is the house, how it ended up. Now, this is not everybody's cup of tea, but these people wanted a very quiet home. They wanted a home that nobody would look at and people would just drive by. So it's like I would never, personally, this is not my cup of tea. But for them, they love it. This is back to the selection. So using those colour bases, Tracey put together this kind of palette to pick from because it resonates with the colours that we're picking. So, okay.
And so the idea is to create flow in design. And of course, we've got a colour palette on the exterior of the home that is going to invite people into the home and make sure that it's very comfortable for them. Because it's colours that the owners selected themselves, it allows them to feel very comfortable when they're arriving in the home and to really enjoy living in it.
And I guess that's the other thing, is it's a bit different from doing a house to sell where you're going white to appeal to the broadest market that you can attract. When it's your own home, you can really go out there and just make it to suit yourself. If you're going to be living in a house for 15 or 20 years, you don't have to go bland. You can have something that actually nourishes your life.
And most people are very conservative about house colours. And in fact, one of the major paint companies did a survey and they found that 60% of people chose white for the interior of their homes for fear of getting it wrong. So we wanted to make sure that people are really being represented. Whether we end up with a black, white and grey house, we still have that. All of those paints have colours in them. So we want to make sure that it's reflective of who they are. So here we have the main living area of the home. So this was done 8 years ago. So I've overlaid these mock-ups of Jan's just with the colours that we've selected. So nowadays you do it quite differently, of course,
We do a
Jan.
video walkthrough with this. We put all the colours into the model, and it's like walking through a video game, so that most people can't read plans, but we can do that walkthrough thing and have all the colours in the right place. It's not perfect, but at least it's giving all the members of the family a sense of what those spaces are really like in real life.
And it allows clients to change or tweak colours as well on their, in their own time. Generally, the process of selecting colours takes a couple of minutes. I go off site, I go to the paint store, I make some selections so that I can bring a colour palette back to the clients and see how they feel about it and whether they like it.
It saves so much time when you're making selections. Back in the olden days, before I knew Tracey, we'd go to the tile shop and say, well, what do you like? Well, that's half a morning gone. So when you show up with your palette and you're going, well, look, we're aiming for grey greens here, this is what we want. There'll be 3 tiles that work with you, and then you go, and according to my budget, I'll pick that one, So it focuses the owners so that they know that they're not double thinking for their family, and also it makes the process so much quicker. So we can do a colour selection day, a speed dating day that takes about half a day to finish all those selections, and it comes home, and generally speaking, it's a winner for the members of the family. So that saves so much time, and it's really effective. Moving on, and that's how it turned out. Now, here's a shot. This colour is not so bright as this is actually looking. In reality, it's softer, but it gives you a sense of what the place is like.
So we've taken the colour palette and we've just translated it into a colour scheme that's going to suit their home, the family, and their lifestyle.
And here's the living room with the textures. I'll step out of shot.
You may be able to see the owl painting on one side of the photo, and what that does is it actually incorporates all of the colours that the clients like. I often find in that initial consultation with clients that they will have a piece of art that reflects the colour scheme of their family, and so people innately know what their colour scheme is, but all I'm doing is helping to bring it out in them, and therefore being able to use those colours that they love in their home, within their home. So with the owl, he was actually a representation of the colour scheme throughout. And what he does is, having all the colours in this piece of art, we allow it then the colours to flow as you go through the home. And what that means is people feel comfortable, confident, connected, and then they love living in their homes and they really enjoy it.
Oh, and you might remember back to the beginning that she hated orange and he really loved it. So this is his study, and you can just detect a little bit of orange in here, and there's a bit of an orange trim in here, but that door can be closed so it's not offensive for the rest of the house. Now this was a bit of an adventure too, because the owners don't feel comfortable with this sort of woo-woo selection stuff. But they did like the blue-green, and they kind of got into the swing of things. So when we were picking tiles, we're going blue-greens, and he said, what about this? It looks like bubbles under the ocean. It's like swimming, this blue-green stuff. These are glass tiles, and the glass in the shower. This is for their ensuite, and turned out great, So
I think it does allow for a bit more adventure in these selections with clients. Once they feel confident about their colours, they've selected their wall and paint colours, they've had a look at them in Jan's plans and been able to see what they look like, then they feel confident representing the whole family. If there's only one person who's making selections of tiles on behalf of the family, they have something to guide them, and that's really important to help their confidence.
And again, so this ended up being their favourite room. It's a media room. It's a really dark blue. It's like being in a night sky, and that really works for them as well. So, yeah.
And they just loved it, really relaxing, and the whole 3 generations of the family could fit in the room, sit in the room, lie in the room, whatever they want to do, and just hang out and watch movies or whatever.
Yeah, dark room. Here's an outdoor shot. Now look, it's not the greatest photo, but the ceiling here is a really dark olive. Now the garden's all grown up and everything, but it does feel indoors and outdoors that we tied together the colours of the house. So we got to the end of the process. The owners were delighted with it. As you can see from this testimonial, they think it's turned out great. They still don't understand how that's going. But the selection of picking the colours is very empowering for the owners, and it gets a lasting personalised quality of home. So thank you so much, Tracey, for all the years we've worked together and the skill set that you bring. So if people want to get in touch with you, where can they find you?
So people can find me at www.showhomes.au.
And you can find me at placemate.com, and we are happy to help you with your houses and renovations.
.au.
Oh, yes.